Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy a life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
While there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors, it's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
How do you become the person you're really meant to be? How do you reach beyond what you thought was possible? The answer isn't about the destination. It's in the journey. It starts when you become part of something bigger, when you join a community that works together to lift each other up, a place where you form lifelong relationships and encounter life-changing experiences. It all starts when you go beyond. At Drury University, we take a personalized approach in combining hands-on learning, meaningful mentorship, and real-world results to make sure you have every opportunity to succeed in both your life and career. Maybe it's fusing your passion for research with your devotion to caring for others, or turning your love of learning into a lifetime of teaching. Maybe it's realizing a busy life doesn't mean you have to give up on your lifelong dreams, or using music to do something more than just entertain, or combining your entrepreneurial spirit with your affection for the arts. The path you take is up to you, but you won't be alone. Along the way, you'll receive mentorship from faculty who take the time to understand you, whether it's staying after class to look over an assignment or just hanging out during office hours. Your journey starts here, but the Drury experience goes beyond the boundaries of the classroom and around the world. So get outside your comfort zone, join a club, play a sport, get loud, take center stage. Ask to have class outside just because you can. Fuse your brightest ideas with your best memories. And if you get knocked down, get back up. We'll be here for you. This is your journey. This is where you belong. Look around. This is where you become who you're meant to be.
Today will not be easy. But you did not choose the easy path. Easy is not who we are. We are Drury!
You will be tested every minute that you are out there. And you will be better for it. We are
Drury! There's no time for fear in this room. When I look in your eyes, I see focus. I see intensity. I see an unrelenting desire to be unstoppable.
You have been waiting for this moment, and your moment is here. Who are we? We are Drury!
Who are we? We are Drury! Who are we? We are!
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is the Drury Panthers as they take on the Midland University Warriors. Hello everybody, Steve Casson with you live from the Brightspeed Ice Park and the Big Slice broadcast booth as Drury faces Midland. And hello everybody. You know, it's been about 3 weeks since the Drury Panthers have been on the ice, and is that going to help or hinder the Panthers as they face the Warriors, who are 1-1-2 in their past 4 games? We'll take a look at the WSR pregame report and see if these two teams can figure out who is going to come on top this weekend. For the Drury Panthers, it is very important as they come into the season at 10-0. The Division I coaches ranking number 4 has come out, Drury number 7. Now, I mentioned they have not played in about 20 days. We'll see what that does for them in the first period. Head coach Jeremy Law, he came up here actually for a couple of moments, and I didn't get a chance to ask him about this time off, but he said his team's ready to go as they are happy to get on the ice. Now, they swept Iowa State the last time they played, October 10th and 11th. In Game 1, a 6-1 victory as Francis Young-Menard gets 2 goals. Joe Davidson, Tyson Horiachka, Jamison St. Clair, and Jared Gale each get a goal. And then in Game 2, it was an 8-1 victory. Jackson Truchon, Daniel Beaupre, both of them with 2 goals. And Anmol Garcha, along with Matthew Johnston and Young-Menard, getting a goal each. Brett Sweet in goal, stopped 21 of 22 shots. We'll look at some player streaks, and that's an interesting one because there have been a lot of streaks for the Drury Panthers, who seem to be on a lot of streaks lately, and that's not just point streaks, but winning streaks. So Luke Aston, a 7-game point streak. Jackson Truchon, a 4-game assist streak. KT Walters, a 3-game point streak. And the aforementioned Anmol Garcha, a 2-game assist streak. The Drury Panthers coming in at 10-0 this season. Independent, they are not in a league. We'll take a look at the leaders for the Drury Panthers, and that includes Luke Aston with a 7-game point streak, as I mentioned, 2 goals and 8 assists. Also, 3 assists against Iowa State October 10th. Career-wise, 21 goals, 33 assists in 41 games for Aston, averaging a point and a half a game. Second for the Panthers, that is Daniel Beaupre. 2 goals, 2 assists versus Iowa State on October 11th. Points in 5 of 6 games. 4 goals, 6 assists for him in those 5 of 6 games. And career-wise, 15 goals, 36 assists in 41 games, averaging just over a point and a half, that is, per game. Third for the Panthers, KT Walters. 3 goals and an assist versus Davenport back on September 27th. That has really been his biggest output of the season. 3-game point streak, 3 goals, 3 assists during that streak, and career-wise, 37 goals, 23 assists in 41 games. He, with 13 points this season, averaging 1.30 points per game. Fourth for the Panthers, Anmol Garcha, 2-game point streak, a goal and an assist versus Iowa State on October 11th. And career-wise, 17 goals, 30 assists in 38 games. And he, with 4 goals, is averaging 1.10 points a game. Fifth for the Panthers, that is Francis Young-Menard, 2-game goal-scoring streak. During that time, he has 3 goals and 1 assist. 2 goals and an assist versus Iowa State back on October 10th during that streak. Career-wise, 15 goals, 49 assists in 69 games for him, just under a point per game, his average. We'll look at the goaltending for the Panthers. 3 goaltenders, of course, Joshua Robbins yet to see some action. Brett Sweet in 3 games, he's 3-0. But it is, once again, Joseph Kuchaslo. In 7 games, he's 7-0 with a 1.43 goals against average and a .941 save percentage. He'll be in net tonight for the Panthers. We'll look at the visitors. And the Midland University Warriors, again ranked number 25 in the coaches ranking poll. The first Division I computer poll, ranking 5, will come out November 2nd. So hopefully that will show some changes and some things that I think a lot of the teams are wondering about. Right now, it's all coaches that rank these teams. The first Division I poll, as we mentioned, is something that I think the Panthers are looking forward to, and to see if the computer recognizes what they are, which is number 7 right now. Same with Midland at number 25. Now for Midland, 2 of the last 4 games went into overtime. A 3-2 overtime loss to McKendree on October 10th, and a 4-3 overtime loss to Minot State on October 25th. Since 2020, in overtime, Midland is 4-8 Now, they do have a record of 1-5-2 in the past 8 games. They've been outscored 29-14 in those games. And earlier in the season, they were shut out 3 straight games on October 19th and 20th and on September 26th. That is tough. Swept by Minot State University on October 24th and 25th in Game 1, a 4-2 loss. Thomas Babb, Carl Graffelman both had a goal, and Liam Taraposky stopped 37 of 41 in that game. Game 2, a 4-3 overtime loss. Babb and Graffelman, along with Matt O'Doherty, also had a goal each in that game. Look at the leaders now for Midland. And I mentioned that Thomas Babb figured in some points recently, and also for Babb with 5 goals and 8 assists, he is the leader. Now for Babb, he has a 4-game point scoring streak, 3 goals and 3 assists during that. Also picked up a goal and 2 assists versus Minot State October 25th. Carl Graffelman is second, and for Graffelman, he has a 4-game goal streak. Goal against Minot State October 24th and 25th for him. And Leo Milan is third. No points in his last couple of games. His last goal against McKendree October 11th. Along with John Doobie. And Doobie, no points in his last 4 games. In fact, his last point was an assist against Jamestown September 27th. Along with Hugo Lukachovic. 1 goal, 3 assists for Lukachovic, and he has no points in his last 2 games. Looking to get on the scoreboard is he. We'll take a look at the goaltenders for the Midland University Warriors. And it is Taraposky who will be starting tonight, 2-6-1 with a 3.34 goals against average and a .906 save percentage, along with David Liek. He is also on the roster along with Elijah Marchesi, both of them as backups. The matchups between these two teams. As far as the record, the Panthers have that. They have the goals for, the goals against, the goal differential of 40. On the power play, 25.6%. On the penalty kill, 87.5%, and the Panthers match up with all the categories here tonight. That will finish things up for tonight's matchup and the WSR pregame report. We are moments away from heading down to public address announcer Kevin Klein for the introduction of the starting lineups and the on-ice festivities.
Hockey fans, good evening and happy Halloween, and welcome to the Stan Melton Arena inside Brightspeed Ice Park for this special Pink Out series sponsored by Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. BCFO painted the ice pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The local nonprofit also bought tonight's jerseys for the Panthers, which are up for bid in a silent auction online right now. The auction ends at the beginning of the third period during tomorrow's game. After that, winning bidders will have the opportunity to meet the players on the bench next to the ice to claim their jersey and get it autographed. All money raised from this fundraiser benefits Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. You can submit your bids by clicking the link on BCFO Facebook page or by going to bcfo.org/give. For the last 25 years, BCFO has offered help and hope to local families going through breast cancer treatment. The organization pays the non-medical daily living expenses of families with a loved one during treatment. It also pays for free screening mammograms for women who are uninsured or underinsured, and has a special children's fund to help children of breast cancer patients during treatment and then again at Christmas time. Also this weekend, BCFO is raffling off a 2009 Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Tickets are $100 and less than 75 will be sold. You can see the motorcycle in the lobby. All proceeds benefit BCFO. Drury sports fans are familiar with the O'Reilly family and its connection to the university. BCFO was founded by Mary Beth O'Reilly after her own diagnosis in 2000. Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks has a special representative here tonight during the game who can tell you more about the organization. Tonight's regular season ACHA Division I matchup features the visiting Midland University Warriors and your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator is Ryan Robb. Tonight's officials, referees Josh Baggett and Mark Marzola, linesmen David Hill and Matt Wells. Penalty box official Danny McIntyre. The broadcast team for Web Sports Radio is Steve Casson and Scott Lutsky. And our music director is the Marquioness of Melody, Jaden Robb. Now, for tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Warriors. At left wing, number 13, Parker McEnroy. Right wing, number 29, Carl Groffelman. Center, number 14, Tommy Babb. Left defense, number 4, Leo Milan. Right defense, number 2, Ethan Brown. In goal, number 33, Liam Taraposky. The Warriors head coach is Jan Dom. Assistants, Fletcher Chun.
Who is that? Who's in there?
Hello, Midland. You're from the Heartland. We eat hearts for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Tonight, we feast. Let's play a game.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting six for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, a sophomore from Armstrong, British Columbia, Canada, number 81, Devin Jameson! At right wing, a sophomore from Salmon Arm, British Columbia, Canada, number 29, Matthew Johnston! At center, a junior from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada, number 19, the captain, K.T. Walters. At left defense, a freshman from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, number 44, GSP Grady Sterling Pommick. At right defense, a sophomore from St. Albert, Alberta, Canada, number 22, Lucas Sadonic. And in goal, a sophomore from Mission, British Columbia, Canada, number 30, Joe Kuchaslo. The Panthers are led by head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. The Panthers athletic trainer is Sarah Robinson, and the strength coach is Corey Roy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to continue standing if you're able. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. At this time, we ask both team captains to make their way to center ice for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. Dropping the puck is longtime Springfield media personality and feared shot-blocking machine as a beer league goaltender, the CEO of Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Dawes.
And of course, we'll have an interview with Joe coming up at the first period intermission. It's taped. An oldie but goodie, as I say. He and I both have played against each other in beer league.
Joe, thank you for what you and BCFO does for our community.
So we are just about ready for period number one between these two teams. We get back to somewhat normal tomorrow, the regular scheduled games. So it'll be Division III at 2 p.m. and these two teams once again at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We hope you'll tune in. If you missed it, it was Division III action. Missouri State took a 5-4 regulation win over Drury, D3, and D3 made it interesting. They two quick goals late in the third period, pulled the goaltender, but could not tie it up. We get an icing call here, just 13 seconds into this game. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in. Scott Lutzke keeps us on the air, and my camera lady tonight is Gabby Marler. We are underway. After the draw, it goes behind the net, taken behind by KT Walters. He flips it up, intercepted, and now grabbed quickly by Tommy Babb. He'll bring it down into the Drury zone. We'll see how having 20 days off will affect Drury. They have it across the line, bring it 2-on-2, right out in front, and it went underneath the stick of Hawley. Grabbed by Milan. In 8 games, 3 goals, 2 assists for him. Taken away, Panthers had it briefly, now grabbed once again, Graffelman. Brought it across the line. Panthers return. They come back the other way, 4-on-3 into the zone. Lead pass. It is cut off from Aston. Luke Aston looking for a centering pass. Now the left side. Connects with the Panthers. Rolled down below the net. Taking it is Russell Kosek. Drops it out in front, and a drive comes from the top from Francis Young-Menard. Steered aside by Taraposky. Puck on the line. Now the officials say off, so the Panthers will retreat. Now it's Jared Wisely. 7 games, 1 goal, 3 assists for him. 18:29 to go in the period. Shot right on, and a save by Kuchaslo. He'll hold on, his first shot of the game. 18:26 to go in the period, and a 1-1 shot count. It has gotten colder in here as the night has gone on. They have not put the heat lamps on. I don't think they will. I think tomorrow I'm bringing my heated jacket. That's all there is to it. Drive comes in. Taraposky makes the save on the shot by Brewer. Puck sent by the Panthers back into the zone. Grabbed once again by Olsen. Sent over to Wisely. He'll send it all the way down, and it's on goal, so it'll be covered by Kuchaslo. Sophomore, 6'1" out of Mission, British Columbia, Canada. He's won 6. Latest one versus Davenport, 6'2". That is incorrect on my notes. Not on September 26th. He did win that game. That was a shutout. We'll have to double check on my stats here. But we know that he last season posted no goals in 76 minutes and 17 seconds. That is indeed true. Puck sent in by Midland. Rolls around Kuchaslo's net. 17:29 to go in the period. Sent over to the far side. Gets around John Doobie's check. Gets out to center ice. Panthers bring it across the line. One-handing it and trying to get it through for Drury was Jamison St. Clair. Puck is kicked out to center. Sent by Doobie into the zone. He goes for a line change. Panthers with it. Well, they lost it. Here's a drive comes in. Good save on the shot by Albin Augustin. In 10 games, he does have a goal. And that goal was against Jamestown, September 27th. Panthers with St. Clair behind the net. Checked away by Milan. Goes to the near side boards. Now worked around by Francesco Chachado to the corner. Half boards. Chachado with it again. Walters intercepts for Drury. Works it down low. Right out in front. Oh, what a opportunity in front, but the Panthers couldn't get it through as Grady Sterling Ponick got a drive. Behind the net. Worked around by Luke Garrienti. Panthers are able to steal. They keep it left side. They drop it down. Worked over to Milan. Panthers still with it. It gets tipped out of harm's way by Devin Jameson and sent all the way back down. The Panthers will retreat in their own zone. Coming down now to 16 minutes remaining in the period. Shots 3-2 in favor of Midland. Panthers can't get it out of their own zone. Again, it's an attempt by Wisely, and now we get a whistle, stoppage and play. We'll have a face-off with 15:48 to go in the period. It'll stay in the Panthers' end of the ice. Well, what do you know? They turned on the heat lamps. Not sure how that's going to work for me. Far side boards. Matthew O'Doherty with it. He gets double teamed, sends it over to the near side. It gets deflected up and out of play. There's those heat lamps we talked about. They are on, they are good. The fans are nice and toasty. Myself up here, it's cold. Draw again one. Panthers not able to control. Hum up against the wall. Now it is Drury Luke Aston. He leads a charge. 3-on-3 into the zone. Centering pass out in front, and it gets deflected away. Good attempt by Anmal Garcha. Come the other way. Driven in by Wisely. And a shot that is covered up by Kuchaslo. Kuchaslo last season, he was 16-2 in 19 games. 2.0 goals against average, and .931 save percentage. He's actually better than that this season. 1.43 and a .941 save percentage. Behind the net in the Panthers zone. Trying to work with it is Doobie. He's pulled off the play, gets out of the corner. Panthers still can't move it. Going to get a penalty. Drury draws a penalty. They get the goaltender out, and they move the puck. Bring it across the line. Here right side, a drive comes in missing by Jackson Truchon. Hit for his efforts is Gerald Gale, who keeps it in play. Panthers have it up the middle. Delayed call. Drive in. Pad save. Truchon, he gets knocked into the goaltender. He didn't score, neither did the puck. Now we get a whistle, stoppage and play. It's been touched up. Power play coming to the Panthers. This one, we wait to see what the official says. It looks like it's a trip, and our replay is not happy. So the Warriors in. 2 minutes for tripping. Kevin Klein will give us the details.
Number 15, John Doobie. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:36. Doobie, 2-minute minor for tripping at 5:36. The Panthers are on the power play.
Panthers this season 25.6. They've scored 11 for 43. And at home, they're 27%, 10 of 37. Up top, they have it. A shot that gets deflected up off the stick of Guarienti. Face-off will stay in the zone. Right of the goaltender, Taraposky. Left as you look at it. Panthers do win the draw again. They keep it in up top. Left side. Now down in low. Spun around by Matthew Johnston. Up top. Garcha gets some room. Davidson. Keeping it on the right side. Davidson lost the stick. He goes to the bench. Puck is deflected. It is kept in. Held all a swing and a miss, unfortunately, for the Panthers, and they have to reset things up. That was Gale who swung and missed. Panthers bring it across the line. They have some room. Drive in, up high, missed up over the net by Hawley. Or did I say that? KT Walters. That was former Panther Jacob Hawley's old number 19, but it's KT Walters now. Now the Panthers across the line. They bring it through. Here is a drive by Daniel Beaupre, blocked, stays in play. Right side, now down to Gale. Up top, here's a drive in, it's blocked. Shot by Beaupre. Rebound, it comes to Gale. Worked it to the left side, now up top again. Left side, they work it one more time to Brewer. Or take that back, that is not. Hard to read these numbers here. Who is that? Is that a 4 or is that a 13? That is a 13. So a drive in by Francis Young-Bernard's taken away and cleared. I know, how does 4 look like 13, but vice versa. That's what it looked like on the shoulder there. Here come the Panthers. They have all of a sudden found their legs. Lukachovic gets it out to center ice. Sends it all the way down. Panthers will work it. 12 minutes were coming up on remaining in the period. Panthers, they have it. Possess it across the line. Drive that comes in from Tegan Newman. Now Panthers trying to work it again. Newman with some forechecking. Puck is out to center. Bounces back. Drury in their own zone. They set it up again. Puck cleared back even farther, but it is Drury with possession across the line. They bring it into the zone. Shot down in low. Worked around the net by Boucher. Sent over to Jamison St. Clair. Drive comes in off the stick of St. Clair. Steered aside by Taraposky. Line change for Midland. On the ice now is Wisely. Sent down in low. Chasing it for the Panthers. There were actually 2 Panthers that chased. It was coughed up. Drive that comes in by Wisely, deflected. Here come the Panthers. Drury across the line. A shot that comes in by Walters and gets deflected up and out of play. Walters was the one that got the initial shot. And now he comes down on this one to take another one. 10:46 to go in the period. Shots 9-5 in favor of Drury. Panthers come in at number 10 at 10-0. Excuse me, number 7 at 10-0. Midland, number 25 after the latest ranking. One-handing it is Babb across the line. Puck deflected out of play, so 10:35 to go in the period. Face-off in the Drury zone. Panthers win. They send it out. Comes all the way down. And no icing. Milan. Centered, stolen, and right up the middle. Walters with the drive and a save by Taraposky. Out of Yellowknife Northwest Territories, Canada. Lost his last game, a 4-3 overtime game to Minot on October 25th. Stopped 38 of 42. Averages about 4 goals a game that he's been giving up in the last 4 or so. Lukachovic flips it up. Panthers will have Lucas Ravenstein now on the ice. Comes up to center, nothing but Warriors there. Flipped off the boards, a bad bounce. Panthers have possession. Front of the Drury bench, sent all the way down, swiped in for an icing call. 9:42 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Drury end of the ice. Shots 10-5 now. Panthers win the draw once again. They lead a 2-on-2 into the zone, and it's taken away by Wisely. We come back the other way. Backhander by Logan Watton. Out in front. Panthers have it. Here is a race, a drive that just misses by Davidson. Joe Davidson had the right opportunity there. Now getting hit is Beaupre. Stolen though. Panthers have it. Well, Davidson had it, but his pocket was picked by Doobie. Delayed offside for Midland. The Panthers of Drury will come in. They'll take it. Puck tipped, sent all the way down, where it'll be chased by Olsen. Jack Olsen with 1 assist this season for him. Got it against Minot State October 24th. .8:36 to go in the period. Shots 10-5, and they favor Drury. Now Drury across the line. They bring it into the zone. Garriente avoids a check. Truchon is there with it. He'll take it for Drury. Beaupre had it deflect off. Grabbed by Tegan Newman. Cross ice. On the line, the Panthers keep it in. They do. Truchon down low. Milan has it, but it comes right out in front. Oh, what a save, as Beaupre had a great chance in front. And Taraposky makes, so far, the best save of the game. The play to Beaupre right out in front. Taraposky with a huge save there. 8 minutes exactly to go in period number 1. Gale had his puck taken away. Up out in front. Around the official and sent down in low. Off the boards again. Panthers had it for a second. It went off the stick of Lucas Sadownik. Now across the line. Here's a drive in. Tarapovsky makes the save. Now initial shot came from St. Clair. Now it goes across the line into the Panthers zone. 7:20 to go in the period. Up top, drive comes in. It gets deflected as Olsen had that one. Now another save, this time by Kuchaslo on a drive from the right side. 7th shot applied. Panthers return the favor. Somebody yelled offside, but the officials didn't, so play continues. Wisely. Shovel pass, gets it out to center with help. And it is now returned by the Panthers. They have a 3-on-2 into the zone. Centering pass, shoveled over, and a good play by Ravenstein. Now kicked over to the near side boards. On the ice, Laissez Rickert. He'll go to the bench. 6:17 to go in a very fast-paced first period. The Panthers with possession. Now bring it in off the tip by one of the Panthers. We have somebody down in front. It looks like it's Watton. He got up. He goes to the bench. Looks like he's okay. Tyson Horiachka was the one that got that initial shot right as Watton fell down. Now the Panthers again, shot from the short angle side by Luke Aston is covered up by Taraposky. 5:45 to go in the period. No score here from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. I'm Steve Casson, Scott Lutzke keeping you on the air, and Gabby Marler with camera work here tonight. Gabby, it's hard to believe this is your first time doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
you.
It's good stuff.
It is. Like I said, it's really fun. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be for sure. Like, it's very different watching it than like actually filming it. And it's kind of cool being able to do that.
But you're going to get so good at it by the end of the season, you'll be a pro. You'll teach others.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, thanks a lot for joining WSR.
Of course. Thank you for having me here.
Officials apparently have figured out whatever they need to figure out. Well, no, they're still talking to John Dom about something. Head coach Jeremy Law kind of over there to kind of peek and see what's going on. Maybe listen in to what's happening. Everyone's okay. They are going to be friends after all this. In to take the draw, both number 14s. It's going to be Babb and then Horiachka. And it will be the Panthers who do not win the draw. Puck is taken away, swept out to center. Sent down to Isaac Hood. Stolen from him. Panthers have it. Across the line they come. Into the zone. Left side. Spun around. Was Aston. Nothing happening there. Puck is taken away and cleared back out. Panthers will work it. Out of their own zone. DeGarcha. Across the line. Work now to Young Menard, and he centered it to Beaupre. Good deflection by Chachado. Glove down by McElroy. And sent all the way back into the Panthers zone. Line change for Midland. They get a short one. Panthers will have possession. They bring it across the line. Stepping in front of everybody is Wisely. And cleared by McElroy. It's right back into the zone, though. Wisely across the line. They get it to Garrienti. Garrienti, no points in 10 games, looking for his first set of points. 14:23 to go in the period. Still no score between these two teams. Drury 10-0 on the season. Panthers across the line. Beaupre, he gets taken out of the play. Garcha had to go over. Nick, that's not Garcha. That's 39 Davidson. Not 88. Puck driven in. Chasla will make the save. He'll hold on. The leaders for Midland include Thomas Babb with 8 points, 5 goals, 3 assists. Graffelman, Carl, with 5 points, 4 goals, 1 assist. Leo Milan, he has 3 goals, 2 assists, 5. And then John Doobie with 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points for him. For the Panthers, leaders include Luke Aston with 15 points, 4 goals, 11 assists. Daniel Beaupre, 6 and 8 for 14 points. KT Walters, 6 and 7 for 13. And Anmol Garcha, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Face-off comes in the Panthers zone with 3:54 to go. Coming up, first period intermission. We'll replay the Joe Dawes interview. Oldie but goodie, right? Last week, I believe, is when we talked to him about the auctioning off of jerseys. Both Drury and Missouri State have done that. Auction off jerseys, all for BCFO. They're both really cool jerseys. In fact, the Panthers are wearing them right now. Now Milan pushes Tegan Newman up against the boards, trying to move it through. Newman still keeps the puck active. Milan trying to kick it through. The Panthers have it. They drop it down. Goes behind the net to Walters. KT's pass comes up top. Now to the left side. Tipped in. Devin Jameson. He let it go. Buck to the half boards. Over Rickert's stick. Now behind. It'll go to Watton. Out to center ice. Panthers move it across the line into the zone. 3:30 to go in the period. No score here. Puck is cleared out. Panthers have it again. Drury across the line. They'll drop it down. Jameson steps in front of everybody. Isaac Hood on the ice now. He'll work the puck through. Hood avoids a check. Does get it to the half boards. Panthers keep it in. 2:08 to go. Drop down in low to Walters. Up top, they thread the needle, but it's off Francis Young-Bernard's stick. Panthers will send it right back in. They're going for a change, too. Now it's Matthew Cardinal Tom. Out of Ottawa, Canada. Listed at 6'7", 225. Should be playing basketball, maybe. Across the line, Panthers have it. Sadownik with a drive as he gets pushed. Rebound to the far side. Puck taken away, sent all the way down. One says icing, one says no. And the other one, which is the referee, apparently has the authority, so no icing. Now the Panthers bring it across the line. 3-on-2. Here is a centering pass by Aston that just missed. It did not connect with Garcha. Tommy Babb gets it out to center, and it's sent right back in.
1 minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining.
Now across the line, out to go to Ravenstein. 4 goals, 3 assists for Lucas. This is his 10th game. Puck flipped off the boards and out to center. Dropped down by Babb. Stolen by the Panthers. Drury with possession. Garcha. 35 seconds remains. Garcha avoids a check. Near side boards. The pass comes down to Davidson. He'll work it around with 25 seconds. Drive comes in from the left side. And Taraposky will hold on to that. 20.4 left in this period. Panthers with some last-minute strategy. Face off to the left as you look at it, right of the goaltender, Taraposky. Off the draw, Panthers have it. Drive comes in by Beaupre. It's blocked. 15 seconds to go. Truchon to chase. Davidson with it. Out in front. Taken away. And Lukachovic will try to move it down with 3 seconds. Right out in front, and a save at the buzzer as the pass came to O'Doherty. And Kuchaslo had to make the save. Shots on goal. Taraposky faces 13 Panther shots, 8 on Joseph Kuchaslo. Just the one penalty. So 0 for 1 are the Panthers with the man advantage. Nothing has been assessed to the Panthers yet for the Warriors to get on the power play. But again, shots 13-8 right now as we round out this period. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will hear from Joe Dawes. He is of the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, the CEO, and yeah, I played beer league with him before. We'll be back in just a moment. After 20, we're tied, just like we started the game, 0-0.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Welcome back to Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with Joe Dawes, the CEO of the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. And Joe, it is another one of those months. The ice is pink. And I know if you're out there playing like I should be, you're probably playing on the pink ice when you play in a rec league. But first of all, let's talk about the BCFO. I know when you took over, you probably knew that Missouri State had an affiliation with the BCFO. So let's talk about the kind of inner workings. What is the BCFO?
Well, Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks started 25 years ago. This is a special anniversary year for us when Mary Beth O'Reilly from the O'Reilly Auto Parts family was diagnosed. And she quickly realized that there were a lot of families in the Ozarks that were struggling because they were not able to pay for their medical care, some of the prescriptions, and then food or rent or any of the bills that came through. And so a breast cancer diagnosis and treatment for them meant going without or maybe losing their home or their car. So she wanted to start something that would fill in the gaps. And we started in 2000 by offering non-medical direct financial assistance for families that are in the middle of treatment for breast cancer. So BCFO pays their rent, their mortgage, their utilities, car payments, insurance, things like that, the big ticket items, so we can allow the families to focus on the fight for cancer and making sure they get their medical bills paid. 10 years later, in 2010, BCFO tried to start a new program. We did, and we thought, let's work on the front end of things and get out there for these screening mammograms because early detection saves lives. So we started a program where we pay for free screening mammograms, so your annual mammogram for women who are uninsured or underinsured. So if your insurance doesn't cover a mammogram, your insurance covers part of it, then we have a voucher that you fill out the application. We send a voucher to you, and you call wherever it is that you go. We're over 20 different facilities in Southwest Missouri or Northwest Arkansas, and you take the voucher in, and that's like your insurance card, and we pay the bill.
That's amazing when you think about it. And it all started from an unfortunate situation, which has now been more fortunate to help so many people.
Yeah, and Mary Beth O'Reilly gets all the credit. She just, put her head down and just started working and just worked this into an amazing organization. We have an endowment now that assures that BCFO will never go away. And as long as breast cancer is out there affecting families, we will be there to help. It's pretty amazing.
Now, I mentioned that you were probably out on the ice too. Both of us play hockey. We're both goalies, which is crazy enough because goalies aren't in their right mind anyway. But okay, so I got to ask on a side note here. We'll talk about the BCFO in a second. But when's the last time you've been on the ice?
I was there on Sunday, so I'll be there. It's men's league right now, so every Sunday evening, and I love playing on the pink ice. It's just so cool. It's not easy to see the face-off circles, and the goalie crease is a little funky, but I think it's so cool. And most of the guys, not all, well, it's men and women. It's, men and women both play in the adult league, but most of us are pretty jazzed about it. It's just really unique.
This year, it actually seems to be a little bit better. And each year, when they do it, they kind of know how to put the pink down. And this year, it seems to be really nice, especially when you watch it back on WSR. You can see that it's not as thick. If you remember, like I do, when we first did it many, many years ago, it was very difficult to see really even the puck on the ice. But it's been taken care of. They know what to do now.
Yeah, it's not as dark as it used to be, and I think that allows everybody to see the puck a little bit better.
Absolutely. Well, on a segue here, one of the bright things that BCFO does is, like you said, it helps people. But the key to this too, and correct me if I'm wrong, is there has to be funding some way. And the way that you fund is to do certain drives, to do certain partnerships. Talk about the way that funding is gathered to be able to help so many people.
We are a very unique charity, and I've only been with the group since 2019, so I don't take any of the credit for this. But our organization supports itself in that we run these side hustles. So we have these businesses on the side that throw off cash for us and pay for the administrative cost of the charity. So, and I'll get to those in a moment, but what that really means is when we have a fundraiser, for instance, and we raise money at a MSU ice hockey game, we can say with a straight face to anybody who's giving us money, this will help us help a family in need. It's not going to pay for my salary. It doesn't pay for the electric bill. And we do that by being a state contractor and running 4 DMV offices. It seems like a very unlikely pairing, but we've done this since 2010, and we run the offices in Republic, Nixa, Ozark, and the new one in South Springfield. It's on South Campbell, just south of Walnut Lawn by the Nissan dealer. And it's the old one that used to be by Food for Less, which closed down. So we run these offices, we do the state's business, and all the net profit we make on that comes back to BCFO. In addition to the DMVs, we have a FedEx and a UPS store at Glenstone and Grand, and that's called the Glenstone Title Office. And you can go in there and ship packages just like you go any other place, but when you do, you're supporting the Breast Cancer Foundation. So any of the net profit from there also helps us. And if that's not enough, we have a thrift store in Ozark and in Joplin. It's called Meat Repeats, and it's a really nice, it's glass shelves, it's really pretty, it's very clean. And we have one in Ozark down in the third exit between Lowe's and Walmart, and then another one in Joplin. So all those side things help me pay all the salaries that we have, all the expenses, and then we have events like Pink Ribbon Galas, the Hooked on Dance Gala, a Jeepin' for a Cure rally, which had 200-300 Jeeps last weekend in Ozark, scavenger hunt in Monette we had earlier this month. It was in September. Pink Ribbon Luau downtown. This collaboration we do with the MSU hockey team. We do all these events that also help us raise money, and that all that does is that recycles money, goes right back into the community to pay insurance companies, banks for mortgages, people who own homes for rent. We pay the utility companies. That's how we do the money right there.
It's one of those things, like you say, it's truly where when somebody gives or donates, or in this case, Missouri State will sell jerseys during the games. Anything where money is raised for the BCFO, it truly, literally is going to help folks. There's no additional expenses that it pays.
And the folks are right here. That's the beauty of it, Steve, is that, and I'm not casting aspersions at any other group, but If you give money to a national organization, that money goes where you don't know. It goes to DC or New York or somewhere else. The Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks raises local money and then gives that money back to local families. It is a true hyper-local organization. That's why I consider us kind of an economic engine, because we're taking donations and then putting it right back into the economy.
You mentioned paying for rent or lights for testing. What else does the BCF do as far as being able to help people?
Well, there's a whole lot of services. The two I named, the mammograms and the financial assistance, are our main focus, but we have a lymphedema program. Lymphedema is the swelling of generally like your arms, sometimes your legs, after you lose lymph nodes that are affected by cancer. And a lot of people have to wear garments like a sleeve or a sock to keep their arm or their leg from expanding too much. Your lymph node system allows your body to drain fluid. So if you have a problem with that, your body retains the fluid. So these garments help keep your arm from swelling up and things like that. So we have a lymphedema program that we just give away the lymphedema garments to breast cancer patients and survivors. We have a wig program that we do in collaboration with the Shelley Sachs Foundation and the GYN Cancer Alliance in Springfield. That's a special thing that we support with donated wigs. We send our people there. We pay GYN for the wigs even once our clients go there. We have a children's fund. If anybody in the area has breast cancer and they have children in the home under 18, we pay that family $200 for that child's needs during the treatment, and then another $100 gift card at Christmas time. So if that child needs a band instrument or some lessons that they're doing, or if they've got braces and their parents can't pay the bill, we pay the braces bill. Daycare sometimes. Whatever it is, that children's fund helps us keep a little bit of normalcy for those kids when their world is really under stress.
Joe, if someone's listening to this right now and says, okay, I need to get a hold of you or get a hold of BCFO, what are the ways that they can do that?
Easiest way is to call us. It's 417, obviously is the area code, but it's 862-3838. Very simple, 862-3838. And if you want to see what we do, it's very simple. Go online, bcfo.org, and all our programs are there. You can apply online for assistance, for a mammogram voucher. We do, I didn't mention this, but we also do mentoring. So somebody who's going through breast cancer treatment or a diagnosis, we can pair them with someone who's been there, done that. We have a special support group that meets. You know, our mission, Steve, is to give help and hope to families with a loved one in treatment for breast cancer. So that's our goal, to give help and hope. And that's all through these support groups, through the financial assistance. And then we want to lower the incidence of breast cancer deaths, and we want to allow people to be able to survive better. So we are working on increasing the mammograms by giving out these free screening mammograms. So when we have more people getting those at regular intervals, they get caught. If it's cancer earlier, they have a better chance for survival.
Joe Dawes, CEO of the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozark. Again, that phone number, 417-862-3838. Joe, thanks for taking the time to tell us all about BCFO and for being with us during the Missouri State Hockey Games weekend.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for asking. And I want to say a quick thanks to the breast surgeons at Cox and the plastic surgeons at the Cox Center, because these are the guys, the men and women that helped us pink the ice. They helped us pay for this. And it's a treat to be on it, as you know. But thanks, Steve. We're excited to be here.
Thanks. Joe Dawes, CEO of BCFO. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Have an update from Oklahoma. And Missouri State took Oklahoma to overtime, and they beat them by a count of 3-2. So big win for Missouri State. A big win earlier for the Division III team over Drury. That was a 5-4 win in regulation. And now we get ready for the face-off here for period number 2. Fresh 20 minutes are on the clock, and Missouri, take that back, Drury will skate from the right to the left, Midland from the left to the right. Underway in the period. Puck quickly gets down into the far side board, swung around by Leo Milan. Tipped away from him as the Panthers keep it in. We're 5-on-5 here. A drive comes in that gets deflected up as getting the drive was Grady Sterling-Ponick. Panthers keep it on the line. They thought they were getting held up. Officials say no. Play continues. Now taken by Beaupre. He'll drive it in. Gets deflected up and out of play. All of a sudden we've had a potential penalty. We've had play in the zone. We've had shots all within the first 33 seconds of this game. Look back in the Panthers zone. Looking for some help, Francis Young-Menard. Puck stolen. Kept in the zone, a backhander by O'Doherty. And that goes right out in front. Kuchazlo has to make 2 saves on a great shot in front by Lukachovic. Panthers with possession. .18:42 to go in the period. Still no score in this contest. Ravenstein. Left side across the line, gets a bouncer in, steered away by Taraposky. Puck is cleared out to center. Panthers out of their own zone. Now a drive that comes in by Levi Brewer is steered into the near side boards. Panthers still trying to work it. Midland with an outlet pass. Slapped all the way down into the Panthers' end of the ice. Chasing it as Kuchazlo comes out of his net. Puck is dropped down out in front. Looking for something is Doobie. O'Doherty to drop it down. Actually, no, that was Hudson Dilworth, 28. Stick goes flying, yelling and trying to get some answers from the officials, Beaupre. Now he's with it again. Panthers will rework. .17:09 to go in the period. Panthers out of their own zone. They get one on. They'll work it into the attacking end. Jason St. Clair there. Jamison, that is. Jamison this season with 3 goals, 2 assists, averaging over a half a point a game. Now Gale across the line. 16:39 to go in the period. Over to the far side. It'll be helped in by Sadownik. He'll drop it down in low. He goes to the bench. Panthers change up him. So on the ice now is Francis Young-Menard. Puck is kept in along the line, but driven back out. Panthers will set it up. Young-Menard with a snapshot in. On goal, steered into the corner. It went off the stick of St. Clair. 16:11 to go in the period. No score. Puck up top. And a Young-Menard fan on it. Sent down in low. Worked around by Francesco Ciacciato. And driven back into the Drury end for an icing call. Panthers 0 for 1 on the power play. Today, including today, 25%, 11 for 44. We have not had any shots. We're almost 5 minutes into this period. No shots on goal. We're still at 13-8. That's what we ended the period with. Good. And that favored Drury. Lead pass Jamison, bring it across the line after it connected with Johnston. Panthers keep a hold. Kosek tipped out in front by Davidson, and it just went whacked to Matthew Johnson, 29, and it just was tipped away by the goaltender. Liam Taraposky, who has played all but 1 game this season. Drive comes in, big save Kuchaslo on 2 attempts out in front by Carl Graffelman. Puck is underneath the stick of Russell Kosek, goes down for an icing call. So the Warriors, with their 1-for-1 penalty kill thus far today, have moved into the 80% mark. Killed 41 of 51. Draw 1, the puck is sent right back out in front of the Drury bench. Now to the near side, works across the line. Good tip away defensively by the Panthers' Kosek. Kosek is able to flip it out to center. Now grabbed by Milan. Leo Milan out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Panthers steal the puck. Tipped up and into the ceiling, so we'll have a face-off with 14-13 to go in the period. Again, these same 2 teams tomorrow, 6 p.m. We'll have it for you right here on Web Sports Radio. And then 2 p.m. prior to that, it'll be Division III action. Missouri State will be the visiting team for Drury, who are the home team. Next year it changes. So next year, Missouri State and Drury. For both teams, it will be Missouri State as the home team. Here's a drive that comes in. Good save is Ciacciato was able to get a drive in, and Kuchaslo with an even better save. Lost stick on the ice. Panthers keep possession. That lost stick was Hood. Here come the Warriors. Across the line, into the zone. Wisely with a drive in, save Kuchaslo. Aston to forecheck. Hood is in there. Puck comes up the middle. Panthers with it. And it's Levi Brewer. His pass hits in front of the Midland bench stays in play. Horiachka. Now it comes out to Grady Sterling-Ponick. Panthers change. He'll send it in. Stopped by the goaltender Taraposky. Flip back down. Panthers will chase in their own zone. Will Sadownik. Gets it off left side. Worked outside by Davidson. Cross ice pass. Dropped for Beaupre. Drive in. Pad save. Beaupre, 2 goals, 2 assists versus Iowa State October 11th. That's his last multi-point game like that. Oh, we gonna get a penalty here as Matthew Cardinal Tom slams a Panther into the boards. He has not gotten up yet. Looks like Jackson Truchon. Truchon does get up after getting slammed into the boards. Official still talking this one over. Looks like 2 minutes for boarding, as you can see there. Matthew Cardinal Tom in. Second power play for the Panthers. 2 penalties, 4 minutes assessed to the Warriors. Panthers have their 5 players. 4 now come on for Midland. So the Panthers with a chance to take the lead here. Garcha with a drive. It goes behind the net. Panthers still with it. Looking in front of Davidson. And it's off the stick of Sadownik. He tried a snap pass and he missed it. So Sadownik again. Across the line, Panthers bring it in. 1:35 to go in the power play. No score here, second period. Come down to 12 minutes remaining. Puck is out to center. Racing back for the Panthers to step in front of Hood was Walters. Panthers now connect across the line into the zone. Johnston taken away from him, flipped all the way down for Kachaslow. Line change for Midland. They get everybody off, new players on. Second line for them. Here come the Panthers. Cross into the zone to Walters. Walters works it left side. Walters still trying to find it to Grady Sterling-Ponick. 53 remaining in the power play. Sterling-Ponick snap over to the right side. Garcha down low. Gets it around to Gale. Off of Gale's stick. Now back over to the corner. It's stolen and taken away by Midland. They bring it across the line. 2-on-2. Short-handed. Drive in up high. Missing by O'Doherty. We come the other way. Across the line. Panthers will bring it in with 25 seconds remaining. Behind the net. We're going to get a whistle stoppage of play. Net apparently dislodged. Face-off will come outside the zone, maybe? And that's what it is, dislodged net. So they're going to bring it in the zone. Apparently it was not a Missouri State player that did that. I take it back, not a Drury player that did that. That's tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Division III. Tune in for it. Now Drury with it. Down the middle, a drive comes in, blocker save as KT will make that. Luke Aston was there. No, a return attempt. Helmet's knocked off on Gale. All this happening right after the save is made. Some sticks in that scrum there too. No harm, no foul, no penalties. 9 seconds to go in the power play. Panthers win. Get it over left side. Young Menard drive, missing wide. Power play has 2. It is now expired. Panthers still with some pressure. They work it out in front. Off to the side of the net where it's held by Taraposky, and another set of players pushing, but this time we are going to get penalties. Mark Marzola calling for both to get into the box. It looks like we'll be coincidental. So we know that Truchon is in. And I'm thinking it's Graffelman. They will be coincidental. One penalty, 2 minutes to the Panthers.
Luke Garrienti, 2-minute minor for roughing. Drury penalty to number 71, Jackson Truchon, 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalties, 9:38. Garrienti, 2-minute minor for roughing. Truchon, 2-minute minor for slashing at 9:38.
Well, it was the other G on the roster, and that was Garrienti. So we skate 4-on-4. Midland in their own zone. Jack Olson. Pass right side. Chachado. Here's a drive in, and it's held on to on Olson's drive by starting goaltender Joseph Kuchaslo. 7-0. 1.43 goals against average, a 941 save percentage. We are halfway through this contest and nobody has scored. Face off, draw one, stays in the Panthers zone. Puck tipped out in front by Lukachovic. Far side. Beaupre kicks it behind away from Lukachovic. Coming in is Francis Young-Menard. Spun around by Jacob Measle on the ice now. 10th game, still looking for some points. Puck to the half boards. Kept in by Midland. Worked around. Centering pass. Turned away. And Drury will bring it out. Garcha with 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Stops up at the blue line. He's able to get it in, stay on side. Intercepted, though, taken away by the Midland Warriors. Grabbed by the Panthers once again. They'll set it up. Lead pass, chipped all the way down on Young-Menard's drive. 3 seconds to go, and now we're back to 5-on-5. Truchon stays on the ice. But going off is Garrienti. Panthers look for an attempt out in front. Sticked away by the goaltender, Taraposky. Flipped off the boards near side and sent right back in. Chasing it is Measle. He'll send it to the corner. Cleared out to center. Sterling Ponick with the interception. Panthers not able to clear. Puck is sent through. Tegan Newman was able to force his way past everybody. And it's cleared back down into the Midland end of the ice. 7:29 to go. Panthers looking for an opportunity in front. Not able to make that happen was Bosher. I believe that's Bosher, or is that 27? If it's 27, it's Newman. Bosher is 21. I don't believe he's in the lineup tonight. Yeah, he is right there. 21 Bosher along with 27 Newman. They're both on the ice. 6:55 to go. Puck in. Oh, just at the last moment, a save by Taraposki. On the drive by Ravenstein. .640 to go. Shots 20-12 in favor of Drury. Panthers do get a change. Puck is dangerously close over to their bench, but they got everybody changed in time. Now the Panthers again working it as Jamison. Now a drive comes in by Kosek, and the follow-up is covered up. Second period intermission. Guest will be Devin Jamison. We'll talk to him coming up in about 6 minutes and 12 seconds. The Panthers have three other goaltenders, Josh Robbins and Brett Sweet. The Warriors have two other goaltenders, David Yelich and Elijah Marchesi. Officials telling the teams to move it. They finally move the puck, and it comes out 3-on-2 across the line into the Panthers zone. Broken up by Kosek. The Panthers now have a 3-on-2. They work it across the line, right side of Jamison. Now the left side, a backhander by Walters is blocked in front. And we get a stoppage in play. .330, or make that 5:35 to go in the period. Now the opportunity for Luke Aston goes behind the net. Kosek, Young Menard, drive in, save once again by Taraposki. Now 23-12 are the shots. Drury 10-0 on the season, hanging that on the line in a 0-0 game right now. Midland 2-6-2. Their last 4 games have gone into overtime. Take that back. 2 of their last 4 games have gone into overtime. So they are no stranger to that. Doobie after the draw win. Panthers steal, they clear it out. Aston off the boards, and he'll shovel it in. 4:52 remains. Across the line, a drive. Hood tries to center it, nothing doing there. Kosek, he'll bring it out to center. Across the line, Garcha Garcha tries to weasel his way through, can't do it. Goes over to Aston. Now right out in front, Panthers get a drive, and it's deflected. 4:20 remains. Puck, as the Panthers have it, backhander out in front by Aston, goaltender down. They keep it up. Sterling Ponick with a block. It's cleared out to center. He didn't block it, he got it blocked. The man doing that was Doobie. Panthers have it again, and a pad save. Taraposky is making save after save right now, keeping his team in this contest with 3:47 to go. 24th shot comes in, and another save. .341 remaining in this period. Another fast-paced period. Who's arguing? Normally, the way these games are scheduled, we're not out of here past midnight. This should be an early one as we get a drive that comes in. 3:36 remains. Face off once again. Beaupre comes in for the Panthers. Babb tried to win the draw, but we get another shot that faces Taraposky. He'll hold on once again. Now 26. More than a 2-1 margin in shots for the Panthers. Sterling Ponick with position on O'Doherty. Half boards now. Grabbed by Chichato. The drive comes in, blocked in front by Sterling Ponick. Didn't see where it was. That one by O'Doherty. 3-on-2 for Drury. Left side, Davidson looking for help. Sends it to the half boards. Panthers still with possession. They look for a centering pass. Brewer with a drive, missing wide. Near side boards. Puck out to center and sent all the way down for an icing call. 2:32 remains. We're scoreless here at Brightspeed Ice Park. .232 to go. Opportunity now. He's chasing it as O'Doherty. O'Doherty is caught at the half boards. Panthers have it. Jamieson. Jamieson's pass is intercepted. Walters has it tipped. Back in the Midland end. Flipped off the boards. Drury with Ravenstein. This season, Ravenstein 4 goals, 3 assists. Puck is behind the net. Panthers trying to move it to the near side. They do. Oh, getting hit hard. Slammed against the glass was Jamieson. Play continues. Panthers almost stole again. Kosick. Across the line, Kosick with some room, moves it into the near side. Sent down by St. Clair. Up top, now right side. Drive in, big save on the attempt in front by Newman. Puck cleared out to center. Young Menard hits Newman, right side. Newman looked out in front. It's blocked. Rebound taken away by Midland. They get it out to center.
Remaining in the second period, 1 minute remaining.
Upended is Gale. Do we get a penalty? We do, far side. So the Panthers draw a penalty as Gale gets upended. He limps gingerly over to the bench, but it looks like he'll be okay. Trip will be the call. Doobie in for trip. Four penalties, 8 minutes.
Penalty to number 15, John Doobie. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 19:05.
So the Panthers would like to get one here, but if not, it will carry over into period number 3. Here is Aston. He'll have it right side. Aston with it, looking up top. Gets it to Sterling Ponick. Now to Aston. Works right side. Drive comes in. Save. Rebound loose. Up the middle. Sterling Ponick shot. And it missed wide. Rebound followed up by Beaupre. And it goes into the corner. Net gets dislodged. We have a stoppage in play. $15.3 remaining. We'll do it all over again here in just a moment with what is coming down to the last part of the second period. Panthers, Devin Jamieson had it taken away from him. That should do it for the period, and it will. 104 will be left in the penalty. That's been assessed to Doobie. No scoring. But shots. 5 on Kuchaslo, 2-period total of 13. 15 on Taraposky, 2-period total of 28. Power plays. The Panthers 0 for 2. The Panthers are 0 for 2 because nobody scored yet. And I take that back. They're 0 for 3 and have yet to get a power play are the Warriors. Penalties, 4 for 8 minutes for Midland, and just one penalty, 2 minutes. On the Panthers. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will hear from Devin Jamieson coming up in just a moment. Panthers, just like they started this hockey game with Midland, it's a 0-0 contest.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
We are back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now talking with Devin Jamieson of the Drury Panthers. Devin, a goal and 4 assists this season. Are you happy with that, or do you want more?
I don't know. I think with the better team we have this year, I think a lot of guys have adapted different roles, and I think I'm one of them. And as long as my teammates and my line mates are getting points and we're winning games, honestly, I could care less how many I got.
Now, this is also a team, speaking of winning games, you're 10-0 on the season.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to streaks. This team has had streaks. Last season you had streaks. This season it continues. The proverbial monkey on the back. Do you guys feel that pressure? You're 10-0. Something's going to happen. Or do you put that out of your mind and just game by game?
Yeah, I think there's some pressure to it. I know there's a lot of teams in the league looking at us that obviously there's not many undefeated teams anymore. So I think obviously any team wants to beat us, and everybody who's coming into this barn wants to beat us. So I don't know. As long as we give it our all and we don't underestimate anybody, I think we can take anybody in the league.
What's the competition like? You were able to see last year and then compared to this year?
It's a little bit better. I think last year, just being a first-year team, we didn't really get the schedule we wanted, but we got the record we wanted, and that obviously gave us a better schedule this year. So, yeah, we'll see how we end up ranked by the end of the year, going to Nationals.
Speaking of Nationals, that's one of the goals, obviously, of any team. You guys were there last year, and it was pretty much a heartbreaking game at the end. What does this team need to do mentally to not only get prepared to go back to Nationals, but really teams, what they do is they play all season to get there, but it's also what do you learn or what do you need to have as you get prepared for that?
I think we played a pretty good team in Minot for our last game. Obviously, they were ranked #1 going into Nationals, so we didn't play a top 5 team all year, and that was our first taste. So I think obviously going in this year, we got a taste of what the best is, and that's what we want to be. So.
Speaking of where you want to be, where do you want to be when you grow up?
That's a great question. I don't really know yet. Hopefully have a loving family. It's pretty much my goal in life.
Well, I know, but you got to make money somehow.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really got that far. Only in my sophomore year, so I guess I got to figure it out pretty quick. But
well, I mean, that is true. You still have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Any ideas, any inklings?
I want to go to real estate, like real estate investment, being an analyst maybe. I haven't really looked too much into it. Just trying to pass all my classes, get the best grades I can.
Now, you're from Armstrong, British Columbia, Canada.
Yes, sir.
Where is Armstrong for those of us that are geographically challenged?
Well, most Americans probably don't really know where British Columbia is, but if you look, it's right above. It's the closest. It's on the California side on the west coast. So if you go right up, that's where British Columbia is in Canada. And Armstrong's in this valley called the Okanagan between 2 mountains, so it's kind of nice. So we got good summers there, lots of lakes. But yeah, small town, 5,000 people. So not many people around there, but we like our hockey. So.
Now, being on the West Coast, and I'm from the West Coast, so I kind of know a little bit of that area. It tends to rain more than it does snow.
Yeah, I mean, if you go in the Vancouver area, like on the coast, that's where it'll rain the most. We get a little bit of snow, but it's not the worst compared to you get to Alberta. You got the Alberta guys. If you ask them, they'll tell you about the snow. But we get the good summers, and majority of people say British Columbia is the place to be in Canada. So.
I would agree. It probably is. But speaking of that, okay, so how many months of snow is there?
You get, obviously, you got, it usually will start between maybe late October, November. It'll start getting a little snow, and it'll go all the way to maybe March. And then it'll get a little bit warmer, but still not too warm. But once you get into August, June, July, August, it gets up to 30 degrees Celsius, which is...
That's about, what, 80 or so?
About 80. Sometimes, maybe, if you're lucky, we might get up to 100 Fahrenheit, which is almost 40. So, yeah, I'm still getting used to that conversion still. So,
trust me, I am too. What is a food up there in Canada that you love that you wish could be here in the United States?
I gotta go with Tim Hortons probably, for sure.
Oh, give me some Timmy's any day.
Yeah. I think if you ask any Canadian that's what they're missing down here is Tim Hortons for sure. I think it'll give Starbucks a run for their money, I bet.
Yeah, I agree. Every time I go up there, Timmy's is my first stop, 100%.
There you go.
Okay, now let's get back to kind of the snow area. Is it cold enough that you can play outside?
Oh, yeah. Lakes will freeze. You can play. You can pretty much make your own rink in your backyard if you really want it. It takes a little bit. We've tried a couple of times, but I mean, all you got to do is set out a sheet of whatever and throw some water down, but most of the time we'll just head out to the lake because they're usually frozen pretty solid.
Devin Jameson is joining us of the Drury Panthers. Still sticking with the Canadian theme here. Have you had a chance to play outdoors in Canada?
I did one time. I did in Prince George, British Columbia. I played an outdoor game. It was quite interesting. I mean, the ice obviously isn't as good as you would have indoor, and the stands, there's not as many stands, so it's a lot of people standing around, but it gets pretty cold. So some guys are wearing toques under their helmets or something like that, just because your ears will freeze or your neck will freeze. It's pretty cold, but it's a fun time.
Has hockey always been your favorite sport?
Yeah, for sure. I've dabbled in a lot of sports. Maybe like baseball and what else did I play? Soccer, lacrosse, all that. But hockey's kind of, if you're from Canada, you kind of grow up with it, especially where I'm from. So.
Do you remember the first time you got on the ice?
I don't remember exactly. I remember how old I was, and I know what rink. It was my hometown rink in Armstrong, which I ended up playing juniors there for a bit too, which was quite the time. But yeah, I was around 3 years old, and my dad took me out to a public skate, kind of introduced me to it, and then I kind of just fell in love with hockey, I guess. Just skating and then seeing guys around school that played hockey. I don't know. Something about it.
So the rest is history, so to speak, once
Pretty
you got
much,
exposed to it.
Yeah, it's been like 16 years of straight hockey. Yeah.
Do you remember your first organized goal?
Oh, that goes way back, but no, I honestly can't tell you I remember it, but yeah, I couldn't tell you.
All right, what is the most memorable goal that you've had?
Most memorable goal, I mean, most recently memorable goal was probably last year in our home opener. I had scored the first goal of the season, so
sure.
And that got the building pretty electric, so that was pretty fun, I'd say. Yeah, we scored a couple goals in nationals too that were pretty good for the team, and yeah, mostly last year.
Devin Jameson of the Drury Panthers is joining us. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is what brought you to Drury. Now, let's ignore the fact that it's 98% Canadian on this team, but what brought you to Drury?
That's a great question. Well, my hometown team, my hometown junior team that I was going to play for got sold, so I ended up not staying, so I couldn't play at home, so I ended up looking for other options, obviously, and going to college was one of them. And I saw I had a couple of buddies on the team that I already knew, and obviously
sure.
That's probably what everybody says, right? You probably ask them that question too, but I don't know, I talked to them about it, and it's nice going into a new place like that and knowing people and being familiar with some guys, so I think that played a big part in it. And obviously the school and small classes, I mean, you got to actually build a decent relationship with your professors and a little more access to help if you need it, I'd say, but yeah, other than that, I've had a great time here, and I love it so far.
So is it fair to say if your junior team didn't get sold, you'd still be playing there?
For last year, I'd assume I'd probably stay, but you never know. I probably would end up coming this year anyways. So
I don't know. There might not be a spot available.
yeah, you never know, right? But maybe it's a good thing I came.
Devin Jameson is joining us of the Drury Panthers. What do you like about this team?
Like off the ice or on the ice, how we play?
Let's go both.
Off the ice, I think we're a pretty tight-knit group. I think obviously, I don't know, if you mess with one of us, you're gonna mess with all of us. I don't know, we're pretty tight, and just having a good time wherever you go. If it's whether it's 2 of you, 3 of you, 4 of you, you're gonna have a good time no matter what. And on the ice, I don't know, we have a deep lineup of a whole different type of different players. I think we can hit, we can score, we can pass, we can defend, we can save pucks. Like, there's not a lot we can say that goes wrong with this team, and I think we got what it takes to win. It's just we got to do it, which we'll see what happens.
Just a while ago, the team had gone 20 days without playing. That was kind of tough. How do you felt the team came out of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the two weeks off and not playing is definitely rough. I mean, I think it just comes down to practices and how intense our practices are, how much we push each other on the ice, and how physical we are on the ice together. And that's what prepares us for games in the long run. And not playing games on the weekends definitely going to take a hit, but it's up to us to figure it out in practice.
Devin Jameson is joining us of the Drury Panthers. All right, we'll get back to Canada now. Are the Vancouver Canucks your favorite team?
Yes, sir. Yeah, lifelong. Forever. When I was six years old, I got to stand on the blue line for them, for their anthem, for the singing of the anthem. That was pretty cool. I think ever since then I've been loyal to the Canucks. So,
are they going to make the playoffs this year?
That's a big question. I mean, we're battling a couple injuries right now, and I mean, if we get healthy in the next couple weeks here, hopefully we can make a run. But if not, maybe a good draft pick. Doesn't hurt.
All right, your thought on the Pacific Division. Is it as weak or strong as everyone says it is?
Well, obviously you got McDavid and Draisaitl. You got the big guys, but I don't know. I think it's pretty underestimated because we got the bad teams like San Jose and the Calgary Flames. And if Levi Brewer's listening to this, he's not going to like hearing that. But it's the truth. And, yeah, I think it's just a little underestimated just because of the bottom-end teams. But the top-end teams are there for sure.
Who's your favorite player?
Favorite player's got to be Brock Besser on the Canucks for sure. Yeah.
Who has been a player that has been maybe a mentor or an inspiration to you?
That's a good question. I think
I ask the good ones, don't I?
Yeah, you do for sure. I think.
That's going to make you think, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll pull one out. I think John Tavares. When I was younger, I always looked up to him because he was always a captain. He played center, and I used to play center. And I don't know, growing up, I always looked up to him because he was pretty good back in the day. But right now, I can't really think of one. But as a kid, definitely John Tavares because he's always a good leader on the ice, and he was pretty good.
We'll go with that. One of the things that I do at the end of interviews is I always wish players more goals. So I wish you more goals. And then the next time we talk, we can talk about all the goals you scored because usually when I interview somebody, they end up scoring over the weekend.
Perfect.
So maybe we can talk about that next time.
Right on. Yeah, we will for sure, hopefully.
All right. Devin Jameson joining us. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, appreciate being here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
1 period to go. Unless we have overtime. It is a 0-0 game. 1:04 remaining in the power play for the Panthers. The penalty that was assessed to John Doobie is still on the clock. It was a tripping call. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see if the Panthers can find themselves a way to get on the scoreboard. Draw one immediately taken by Drury. They skate left to right. And right to left will be Midland. Panthers quickly, they rim it all the way around the boards. It stays in left side, that is. 40 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Up top, now left side, a drive comes in, a save, Taraposky. On the left side shot by the Panthers. Drive comes in this time from up top from Sadownik and a save. That left side shot came from Walters. But this one from Sadownik, he puts it right in on goal for the 30th shot on net. one of the fans stopped me and said, "How you doing?" And I said, "Cold." Heaters are on for the fans except for the one up here. May have to bring a heater. Drive missing wide from the left side from the Panthers, and now with a second opportunity and an attempt for Kosek. Or is that 19? No, it's still Walters on the point there. Our play is expired. Panthers have it. They shoot in. It's blocked. Rebound is cleared. Davidson, he'll chase. Again, it's hard to read these numbers. They are gray and pink. No colors to really outline the numbers, so very hard to see, especially on pink ice. Davidson. Panthers bring it down. Chased all the way in the zone. Across for Young Menard. Shot off the side or the back of the net. Kept in. Centering pass. It makes its way through. Out in front. Drive. Save. Rebound as Gale got 2 shots. Goes behind the net. Chipped away. Bosher. Now a drive gets deflected by one of the Warriors as Young Menard got the drive. I think it was number 13, Parker McEnroy. Panthers ready to go. Warriors get on. Gale and Lukachovic, and Gale doesn't win it. Puck is cleared, but it's into the netting by Olsen. Stays in the zone, though. $17:53 to go in the period. Still no score. Olsen. Off the boards. Driven down in with 17:39 to go in the period. Shot missing wide. Panthers having trouble getting out of their own zone. Finally, they are able to go. And they bring it to center across the line. Garcha. He stops up. He's checked hard by Lukachovic. And it's out to center ice. Icing will be the call. 17:10 to go in the period. You would think with a 30-13 shot clip that the score would be different than 0-0. These same two teams, 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Now some discussion on things. We're going to get a penalty. No, we're not. We're going to get an offside, a delayed offside is what it was. I saw the official with his hand up, but he was signaling about line changes, not signaling a penalty. $16:52 remaining. Panthers across the line. Beaupre looking for a pass. It's taken away. Hood. He'll try to bring it across the line. Good defensive work by the Panthers, and they force the offside. Oh, now we've got sticks flying. Penalties are happening now. one each side. So we'll skate 4-on-4. Into the box for the Panthers is Beaupre. Just the second penalty assessed.
To number 15, John Doobie, 2-minute minor for roughing. Drury penalty to number 8, Daniel Beaupre, 2-minute minor for slashing. Time of the penalty is 3:30.
A 4-on-4 scenario with 16:09 to go in the period. Drive comes in, rebound out in front as Walters got the first shot and Sedonic with the second. Panthers work it again. Still a 4-on-4. They're working this like it's a power play. They'll drop it down low. Walters, he gets stuck by Chicharito. Out to center ice. Here comes Milan. Gets a drive off. Oh, Kachazla had to stretch to make the save, and he did. 1:04 remaining in the Coincidentals. Panthers, they get a lead pass across the line. Stopping up is Aston. Has some room. Instead, he'll go off the boards to Kosek. Drive comes in, broken up, taken away by Babb. He'll have it left side. Babb widening the room. Babb has now the left side room, centered it out in front. Panthers with the save, or with Kachazla with the save, and the Panthers with the clear. It's out to center and back down into the Midland end. Under 15 to go. Garchik keeps it in along the boards, far side. Lukachovic out to center ice, across the line. Tried to break free. It'll come to Kachazla, who'll make the save. 10 seconds remaining. Previous penalties, Doobie, 2 for roughing. And Beaupre got 2 for roughing. Those total up to 5 penalties, 10 minutes for the Warriors. 4 penalties, or excuse me, 2 penalties, 4 minutes for the Panthers. So a very lightly contested game for the Panthers today. Now we're back to full strength. Beaupre goes to the bench. Across the line, into the zone. Hood has Jamison intercept for the Panthers. Measles stands out in front. He's able to clear, bring it all the way down. Ice. Yep, we do get an icing call. Don't forget, tomorrow night, daylight savings time. Spring ahead, fall back, so everybody will lose an hour. Mostly an hour of daylight. That won't affect you until tomorrow night, so still be standard time, 6 p.m. Central tomorrow. These two teams, and then Division III action at 2 p.m. Central. Right out in front, Measles able to get it to the line, but not cleared just yet, but it's finally held along the line. The Panthers keep it in. Apparently they do. But wisely not able to grab. 13-16 to go in the period. Panthers do clear. And it's sent in. Levi Brewer in 10 games, now 11 actually, 3 goals and 1 assist. We get an icing call here. No points in the last 3 games for Brewer. His last goal against Davenport, September 26th, so it's been a while. Now under 13 minutes remains. Chip down in by Newman. Panthers looking to pressure. Up the middle, a broken stick as Newman got the drive, broke his stick. He's going to have to go to the bench. Panthers will be shorthanded until they get somebody on. They finally do. Stepping into the play is Jackson Truchon. Panthers do clear. Puck gets sent up into the Drury bench with 12:17 to go in the period. Draw just outside the zone. This 10-0 record for Drury is nothing compared to the streaks they had last season. But nevertheless, still impressive. Truchon, Lukachovic. Panthers keep it in. Drive into, as Truchon is going to get called for high sticking. As he drove through the crease, he will get called. Power play will go to Midland and a chance to take the lead in this game. 11:46 remains. Just the third penalty assessed to the Panthers. This, believe it or not, is the first power play for the Warriors. Second penalty for Truchon. Comes at 9:15.
Truchon, 2-minute minor for high sticking.
Here come the Panthers. They have a shorthanded scenario here. Gale came in. Aston still with it. And Aston will send it out to kill some time. Panthers quickly get it back in on net. Just one shorthanded goal. Take that back, no shorthanded goals for Drury this season. We get a puck played with a high stick. In fact, no shorthanded goals for either team. The shorthanded goal I was thinking of was the Division III squad that does have one shorthanded goal this season. But Drury does have one shorthanded goal against this season. Midland after the draw win. It'll be Milan. Bring it across the line. 10:53 to go in the period. Warriors still with it. Cardinal Tom with it. Now to the corner again. Drop down. That is actually Rickert. Let's say Rickert, 86, not 98. Now across the line. Rickert again. Panthers bring it in. No icing here. There's 20 seconds remaining in the power play. McEnroy. Back to 5-on-5 now. They've killed the power play, have the Panthers. O'Doherty gave it up. Drury with it. They have it as Walters will spread things out. Drops it down low. Walters again. McElroy steps in front of him. Puck is cleared out to center. Panthers will get control. 9:20 to go in the period. Out of their own zone for the Panthers as Midland has made a full sail change. Panthers cough it up. Driving down is Hudson Dilworth, I believe, 28 on the ice now. Puck sent back in to the Midland zone. Panthers steal. They bring it across the line. Now to Chato. Lots of yelling going on out there as these two teams in a 0-0 game. Puck tip down in. Puck kicked out. Aston had to go off the stick. Panthers keep it in. Backhander was intercepted. Now grabbed by Babb. He pulls it wide. Up the middle, a drive comes in to Kachaslo. On the shot by Olsen, he'll cover up. Panthers are 0 for 3 with the man advantage, now down to 23.9%, 11 for 46. Each team 100% on the penalty kill. Backhander comes in, that is covered up by Kuchaslo. $7:59 remains in a 0-0 game. Now Cardinal Tom gets a shot, followed up in front by Rickert. Panthers can't get control. They finally do. Taken by Ravenstein. Is he able to clear? It goes to Garchek. Brought in across. Coming right through is Ravenstein. Dropped down. Now it goes to Albin Augustinson. Sent down around. Puck is cleared outside and all the way down. Line change for Midland. Beaupre with some pressure. 7:04 remains. Both teams still seeming to have a hard time bringing it into the zone. Getting sustained pressure. Kosek with a drive, and that one almost came up here into our area. $6:51 to go in the period. Puck out to center in front of the Drury bench. Beaupre with a backhand that's intercepted by Midland. And then Drury able to regain possession. Panthers with Beaupre across the line. Here's an opportunity and a shot that gets deflected out of play on Davidson's attempt. $6:30 remains. Now taken by Augustison. Behind the net. Olsen is there. To the half boards. Rickert had to go off of his stick. Drop down in low. Panthers with Gale. He'll whip it through. To the point. It's out to center ice. Sterling Ponick. His pass intercepted and sent down in. As Lukachovic goes to the bench. Drive in. Panthers will change up a couple. That drive by Wisely, and now we get another one by the Panthers by Tegan Newman with a new stick. 5:40 to go in the period. I'll do it all again on another face-off. This one taken by Matthew Johnston. Sent behind. Johnston this year, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points for the junior. Averaging about a point a game right now. Puck flipped out to center. Shot right back in as the Panthers clear the zone. Kept in at the line by Jamison. Dropped down in low. Panthers not able to get anything established. Midland able to clear. Couple of players run into each other, not offside. Bringing it in is Wisely. Panthers will get around the drop stick and bring it up to center ice, left to right, across the line. Taken away though, grabbed by Olsen. He'll send it over to McElroy and he'll bring it all the way in. Panthers gain possession. Lead pass, driven all the way down to Garcha. He'll look for help from Aston. He'll come in, try to step around the check of Chachado. Across the line into the zone now is Tommy Babb. With 4:20 to go in the period. And a 0-0 contest. A 2-1 margin in shots for Drury, but they haven't been able to put anything together. They bring it across the line. Apparently not offside, comes right out in front. Great sliding play by Babb to break things up. Officials say no hand pass. Play continues. Now Graffelman with it. Right side, drive comes in. Kuchazla will make the save with 3:50 to go in the period. Line change for both. Panthers with the number 7 ranking, hoping to continue with that. Drury has scored the first goal in 9 of 10 games. Of course, nobody has scored here yet. Draw one. Kept in. Warriors with it. Cardinal Tom sends it right around. Behind the net, Grady Sterling Ponick with a check. Drive comes in, tipped up off to the far side. Panthers will keep it in their own zone. Drop it down in low and work with it. Davidson's pass. Makes it as the Panthers bring it across the line. Sadownik, he'll drop it down in. Chased by Milan. Rimmed around, kept in by the Panthers. Here's Davidson. In low, nobody there except for Jacob Measle. He's cleared out to center. 2:58 remains. We will go to overtime. But the ACHA recognizes if this game is tied at the end of regulation, they'll recognize this ranking periods as a tie, which will definitely help Midland. Panthers keep it in. Beaupre trying to work it. 2:23 remains. Right side, here is a shot by Bauer that's blocked. And cleared out to center. Bauer getting back, but we get an icing call. 2:11 to go in period number 3. 32-19 to the shots. Face-off coming back into the Midland zone to the right of Taraposky. Looks like a timeout has been taken. And we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. A 0-0 game. It's been a while since we've played to a 0-0 game. So we are underway with 2:08 remaining. Puck driven out to center. And for the most part, the Panthers have had a lot of the control here. They still haven't gotten any really good shots. There's not been a scoring opportunity that you can look at and say, let's put it on the ESPN highlight reel. They have had shots. Maybe you can argue early on in the game, but that's been it. Now Cardinal Tom with a drive that's blocked. 1:35 to go in the period. Panthers need possession. Need to make something happen here. Again, no score in this contest. Getting down to almost nitty-gritty time here. Battle forward to the corner.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute remaining.
No icing. Both teams change. And now we get an icing call. 48.4 remains in this. We'll take 48.3. That works too. Panthers do not win the draw. It's cleared out to center, though. Francis Young-Menard. We're going to get a potential icing, but it's been waved off. Kept in ball by the Panthers. Garcha. Shot down in low. Coming out is Horiachka. Kept in by the Panthers, but it's taken away and cleared. Shot wide by Hood. 20 seconds to go. Here come the Panthers. 13 remaining. Oh, falling down after getting it into the zone was Aston. Puck cleared out to center. That's going to do it. We go to overtime. Shots on goal in the period. Just 6 on Kuchaslo. 4 on Taraposky. And we will go into OT. Power plays 0 for 3 for the Panthers, 0 for 1 for the Warriors. 5 for 10 minutes on the Warriors, 6 minutes, 3 penalties assessed to the Panthers. And that's your WSR game stats right there. So 5-minute overtime, 3 on 3. They'll change ends. I'm going to recap you on some of the scores already. If you missed it, Game 1 between Drury and Missouri State, Division III action. That was a 5-4 victory for Missouri State. They had as much as a 4-goal lead. Drury came back. 2 goals in the third period, made it 5-4. Pulled the goaltender and could not score. Missouri State with the victory. Also another action, Oklahoma and Missouri State, Division I. That was a 2-1 win in overtime for Missouri State. And right here, these two teams, Drury and Midland, 0-0 as we start overtime. Kosick, Walters, and also for the Panthers, Aston. Lukachovic, along with Wisely on the ice. And they also have Olsen, I believe, number 8. Here's Aston, has some room, left side. Aston stops up, still with the room. Aston still with the puck. Aston behind the net, or behind the back to Kosick. Kosick with it. He'll work the puck now. Kosick waits. Over to Aston. Lost the puck. Picks it up. Aston has room. In front. Kosick score! The overtime winner. And Drury takes it. I believe that might have been KT Walters who got that. Number 19, not number 9. And a 1-0 overtime winner. Panthers with possession from the get-go. 51 seconds into overtime.
His 7th goal of the season, scored by the captain, number 19, KT Walters. Assisted on the play by number 18, Luke Aston.
Fans again, those jerseys.
And of course, 51 seconds will be the time of the goal. But the only goal in overtime, Walters from Aston. And a 1-0 victory for the Panthers. Just one shot, excuse me, just one shot on Terpowski for a 4-period total of 33, none on Kuchaslo. Penalties again, 3 for 6, 5 for 10 for the Warriors, and a big win for the Drury Panthers. That'll do it for us here at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Once again, the Panthers wait until the end, but 51 seconds into overtime, KT Walters on the give and go with Aston, and that is the final. And the Panthers are now 11-0 on the season, and another overtime loss for Midland. Since 2020, they are 4-9 in overtime. It has been tough for the Midland Warriors. But once again, these same two teams tomorrow at 6 p.m. We hope you tune in for that. Don't forget, or remember not to forget, a 2 o'clock game, Division III action, Drury and Missouri State. For Gabby Marlar, my camera lady, and for Scott Lutzke, who keeps us on the air. There's Scott. I'm Steve Cass, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.